HL attorneys, which is representing the families of the 67 victims. Infinite Fleet Transport is listed as the first defendant as the company that hired the driver. The company is accused of negligence and not having proper monitoring systems. Labour broker Innovative Staffing Solutions is accused of failing in its duties to ensure the driver of the tanker was properly trained in the transporting of hazardous items. And the last defendant is the city of Ekurhuleni, which is being held responsible for the poor signage on the low-lying bridge and the poor conduct of its fire department, which did not properly evacuate people. Thabiso Koba, Eyewitness News.
We move to the courts where the family of Relebogile Mabotja, killed allegedly by her ex-boyfriend, are calling for justice. The 26-year-old man posted a video on social media last week confessing to the murder. He allegedly stabbed Mabotja during an altercation at a tavern in Maubane in the northwest. He then attacked his current girlfriend with a knife at her home on the same night. The man was arrested on Friday and is currently appearing in the Temba Magistrates Court, where he faces murder and attempted murder charges. Relebogile Mabotja has more.
Thabiso Sima says his daughter Relebogile Mabotja was killed like an animal, something he cannot forgive. Groups of community members were protesting outside the Temba Magistrates Court in Hammanskraal. Stop GBV, protect our girls, and no bail are some of the words boldly written on protesters' placards. Relebogile's father says they are frustrated.
It doesn't even show a remorse. You can't even confess and just to say, yes guys, I did this, and then you ask an apology like that. You can't apologize while someone is not there. So
the 26-year-old's girlfriend has been hospitalized. Relebogile Mabotja, Eyewitness News, Temba Magistrates Court.
Staying in the courts, the lawyer for the fourth accused in the Senzo Meyiwa trial has argued that one of the state's key witnesses clearly had an axe to grind with the accused. Mthokozizeni Mapisa is the only accused who has brought a Section 174 discharge application in the Pretoria High Court. This is an application that the defence brought, claiming there is no real evidence against the accused for conviction and thus no case to answer to. Mapisa is one of 4 men accused of the football star's 2014 murder. His lawyer, Advocate Zitulele Nxumalo, addressed the court on what he deems are discrepancies in the state's case. He claims the evidence by Constable Sizwe Zungu, who claims to have seen the accused in Vosloorus on the day of Meyiwa's murder, has inconsistencies.
Zungu's evidence, it must be noted, my lord, that it does not detail a plan by the accused to execute the assassination of the deceased. It does not place the accused together or even himself, Zungu, that he overheard such a plan. Zungu's evidence does not reveal any prior agreement amongst the accused, including accused number 4, to kill the deceased.
Parliament's public party,
because it did not take into account the public's views on the matter, neither appeared willing to do so. In an affidavit filed by the fund's managing director, Dr. Joseph Mutudi, he contends that both the National Assembly and the National Council of Provinces merely went through the motions, despite glaring flaws in the NHI bill they were considering at the time. The BHF says Parliament did not act rationally by passing the bill in December 2023, when it did not know what services would be covered under the Act. Neither did it know the costs involved. By failing to conduct a costing exercise, the BHF says in effect Parliament signed a blank cheque when it's responsible for allocating money to the NHI fund from which services are to be paid. The BHF says given these circumstances, the President's decision to sign the Act into law should be declared invalid and set aside. Lindsay Dentlinger, Eyewitness News.
In the Western Cape, persons with disabilities are picketing outside the Cape Town Civic Centre against cuts to the Dial Ride service. The service, which is used by disabled people to move around the city, will be scaled back from September 8th, making it only available for wheelchair users and people with severe walking impairments. The city says the changes are due to budget constraints. Ntutuzela Nene is at the picket.
Tensions are running high outside the Cape Town Civic Centre as people with disabilities seek answers from the municipality about the scaling back of the Dial Ride service. The city's decision means people with visual and cognitive impairments, the elderly and organizations using the service to transport people with disabilities will be excluded. Dial Ride user Debbie Burden has accused the city of failing disabled people.
Why is this cycle lane so important? Because our premier might ride a bike and he has 2 functional legs. What about those that cannot walk?
NACO member for Mobility Rob Quintus says he'll look into the list of grievances presented to the Metro. Dutuzelo Nene, Eyewitness News at the Cape Town Civic Centre.
And in the Middle East, 4 journalists have been killed in Gaza following a bombing at Nasser Hospital. It's understood Israel launched an airstrike on the hospital earlier today, killing 14 people, including journalists. Gaza's government media office says the journalists worked at Reuters, Al Jazeera, The Independent, as well as the NBC network. The casualties add to the growing number of media workers targeted and killed in Israel's offensive against Gaza. Gold's trading at $3,367.56 an ounce. The rand's at 17.54 to the dollar, at 23.67 to the pound, at 20.51 to the euro. Brent crude oil's at $68.07 a barrel.
Eldorado Park, we're still dealing with that accident seen on the N12 westbound. This is near the Golden Highway, causing heavy delays all the way from the N1. Also in the Devland area, we still have those roadworks on the Golden Highway between the N1 and Union Avenue, traveling towards Germiston. That's leaving Bedford View. There's slow-moving traffic. N3 southbound between the Kilulis Interchange and Van Buren.
A look at your weather. Clear skies in Gauteng this afternoon. Temperatures are peaking at highs between 29 and 31 degrees. The top story in Eyewitness News this hour. Families of the victims from the Boksburg gas tanker explosion tragedy have instituted a 65 million rand lawsuit against entities they believe could have prevented the tragedy.
EWN, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, visit ewn.co.za or download the EWN app.
Gauteng's greatest awards at 702 and Yoko. Let's celebrate excellence, one vote at a time. Go to primediaplus.com now to vote for the finalist that makes Gauteng feel like home.
You're with Relebogile Mabotja.
Live, streaming countrywide
On the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856,
92.7
and 106 FM.
Ten minutes after 1 o'clock. Welcome to 702 Afternoons with me, Relebogile Mabotja. Happy Monday. Oh, guys, I'm so happy the sun is out and it is feeling like spring is here. Being a spring baby, I am flourishing. I feel like a flower that is blooming. And I was in the Northwest since last week, Wednesday. It was hot. Like, people were in shorts. People were in their bikinis walking around. I am in such good spirits at the moment. And I hope that all of you had a beautiful weekend despite the various challenges that we are facing at the moment as a nation and in 702 land. We stay tuned to Eyewitness News to stay updated and hear of any breaking news that are happening. Now, coming up on the show today, we've got a competition coming up. You have to listen in to find out what it's all about. But I want to find out from you and ask, what is a simple life hack that you have learned that feels like a secret cheat code? So just something that you're like, actually, and it doesn't have to be something big or major, but something that feels like a life cheat code. It feels like you got a nice little shortcut. It feels like once you did this hack, it improved your life significantly. So let's chat about that, because I think we could all do with some cheat codes in this life of ours. Movies and what to stream. Adelaide Moyeng joins us for that, and we have a conversation with her, founder of Movies and Stuff, and we take all of your movies, series, documentary, and